Just because something is ordinary, it doesn't mean that it is not significant. Our lives are made of little tales of small things that made all the difference. It is so easy to overlook them and let them slip into silence and ask what's next, like none of it has ever happened. Sometimes I need to stop and remember the things that I don't want to forget, because if I don't remember them, no one will. Where was I? To decide whether to accept the one-year scholarship offer and go to Sheffield was one of the easiest decisions to make. However, for one reason or another, it turned out that I will have to wait around a year before I will be able to go. That was a bitter pill to swallow, but it had to be done. So, till next year, all I can do is do the best I can to prepare for it. I will get a job, earn and save some money. By early September, I got a job in a gym 10 minutes away from our home. It was quite a small place, a basement with no windows underneath a car showroom run by the family who owned the gym. Me and another girl worked there in 2 shifts. One week, I opened up the place and welcomed customers till she arrived for a handover in the afternoon. The other week, I went for 2 p.m. and stayed till I closed the gym in the evening. It was quite enjoyable when people turned up. Other times, I was bored senseless. Aron visited me a lot, and we hung out. Life was laid back. I was still counting back my year day by day in eager anticipation of what my future will hold next year. But then I just thought, why would I not live my life to the full where I am, right now? Little did I know what an alteration a thought like that can make in one's step. Aron, I said to him one day, lately I've been thinking about stuff. What stuff? He asked. You know, that it's getting colder and colder each day. That winter is coming. Yes, he nods. He's a man of few words, so I carry on. What will happen to Charlie? He is our friend. I can't bear the thought that he will spend the winter in the cold. I just can't bear it. Yes, I understand, Aron says. I wish it would be different, but we can't change the fact that he is homeless. I think he is right. Charlie has been on the streets for 7 years. After his divorce, like many of his peers, he has lost it all. He lost it all and became a wanderer, a survivor. He still has a problem with alcohol, not as much as before, but still. To be honest, in his shoes, I'm sure that I would have one too. Yet he comes to church to belong. He got baptized to do right. He is genuinely happy for me when he listens to my stories of how God has changed my life. He knows I'm leaving for a year, and it makes him sad for losing me too. But he's also happy for me. He is a good friend to me, a great friend. But I cannot change the fact that he is homeless. Or can I? And if I could, would I? Aron, I think I have an idea. Why am I not surprised? He smiles. Well, it is far from perfect, but I thought that if I could rent some place for him for the winter, then he wouldn't have to be outside. I couldn't rent a flat because I can't afford it. I can't rent a room because I don't think anyone would want to share with a homeless person who has drinking issues. So, I found this. I show him a circled ad in the papers. He reads it, then looks at me. I think this is a great idea, Krista. The next day, after I finished work in the afternoon, Aron came with me to check out the place. We had to walk a good 45 minutes from the bus stop. As we got closer to our destination, less and less houses were built on the street. The area was very poor, with angry dogs barking at us as we walked. Eventually, there were no more houses, just lands. And there stood what we came to see. It was a shed. In the summer, the landlord used it for shelter from the sun while working in the fields. But now, it was vacant and dirty. Surprisingly, it had windows. Inside, there was a bed and a few cupboards. There was cold running water from a tap, and it had a lamp and electricity. It wasn't much, but it offered privacy, safety, and shelter from the winter to come. And I was happy. I couldn't think of anything better I would rather work for. So I agreed with the landlord that I will pay the rent for 4 months and got the keys, because this thing actually had a door as well. On Saturday, Aron and me cleaned the shed and we stacked the cupboards with some tin food. We got a tin opener, a few cups and plates, we got some beddings too, a few towels and clothes, and Aron managed to get an electric heater from somewhere. A good thing about a permanent residency is that you don't have to carry everything around with you in a plastic bag wherever you go. Then we showed it to Charlie. He liked it. He wasn't as happy as I wanted him to be, but that's okay. It seems that he was just glad because he could see that I was, and not because I gave him a key. On the other hand, I wouldn't dare to tell anyone about this home project. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't want anyone to tell me what I already know. That I can't be there to solve all of Charlie's problems, and that I have to save the money to secure my future in England and not spend it. But I just simply don't want to believe that this is the one and only way to have a secure future. And if I could have a go and trust God with my future and live today the way my conscience tells me to, then I would choose that. I guess I just don't want to hear people say that. That's the way it is with the world, and there is nothing we can do to change it. And strangely, I think I would feel ashamed to say to that I'm not trying to change the world. I just don't want my friend to be out in the cold.